Blah, blah, blah. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, that dude. Let's talk about the $100 million lawsuit that was filed against the NFL because of Shedeur Sanders falling in the draft. Yes, there's a John Doe somewhere who's saying, damn you, NFL, you cost me $100 million worth of emotional distress, and now you must pay up. Sounds silly? Well, let's see if the NFL is laughing, because the dude just might have a case. There you go.
The fan claims, quote, the NFL's actions and the spread of harmful statements about Sanders have caused me severe emotional stress and trauma, end quote. In legal terms, he claims the NFL teams violated the Sherman Antitrust Act, that there might have been racial discrimination when it comes to the Civil Rights Act. And he alleges the NFL misled fans about how the draft process works and how players are evaluated, violating consumer protection laws. Sanders was expected to go in the first round before the Cleveland Browns finally drafted him on day 3 on Saturday, as draft analysts tried over and over again to explain why the son of NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders was not getting picked. So far, no comment from the NFL.
Wow. Did I just watch some AI? Was that a real show? Wow. Next level right there. I like it. Right down the middle. Okay, let's get into this case right here because this is kind of wild. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Marcellus Wiley. You know at Project Transition, we're all about being greater than your greatest excuse and helping people take control of their lives to make real change. And that's why I'm beyond excited to introduce our new partnership with Monitor Debt Resolution. We've teamed up to bring you an incredible debt solutions program designed to help tackle consumer debt head on. If you're struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt, I want you to find peace in a solution. Monitor Debt Resolution is that solution. This team does one thing and they do it well. They negotiate directly with your creditors to reduce what you owe, sometimes by thousands. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed by credit cards, medical bills, or loans, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Visit pt.monitordebt.com right now or call 866-204-0071. Let's explore this program to help you regain your peace of mind and get back on track. Together, we've got this. Let's transition your finances and your life for the better. Now, you hear $100 million, and the first thing I think of is, hey, dog, did you ever make $100 million to lose it? You know what I mean? Like, how is this going to cost you more than you make? So basically, if I'm looking at a person like I should, an objective item, because that's what money is, I'm like, all right, well, show me $100 million in losses, and I can give you $100 million in gain. But if you ain't never made but $38, the hell you suing for $100 million? But we got to get into this case for real, because doing my homework on it, it's interesting. There are some things he can stand on. I don't know how high, but it's interesting. So we already identified him as John Doe, which I hate. You know, the NFL, we know who that is. Roger Goodell, we know who that is, but who's John Doe? I hate that. But whatever. We get into that. He dropped it all the way to the 5th round, we know, because of many reasons. And this is where the lawsuit actually gets interesting. What reasons? So the lawsuit claims that NFL teams colluded to damage Sanders' draft position through leaked negative statements. Let me bring y'all in on this, right? Possibly rooted in racial discrimination, accused the league of violating antitrust, civil rights, and consumer protection laws, seeking financial compensation, an official apology, and reforms to ensure fairer draft practices. Now, that's what's interesting. I think the most compelling part of his case is take us behind the curtain. NFL's going to say, hey, we can't do that, right? Private companies, this is owned by 32 owners, not necessarily by one Roger Goodell. Can't take you back there. And they're probably going to press to get behind that. So the pros of this lawsuit is those biases, right? Like, what? Tell me what your practices are. The lawsuit is going to bring attention to those biases and systemic issues within the draft process, it says, especially concerning, I'm going to say it, black quarterbacks. Now, that used to have a lot more weight than it does now, because now Cam Ward was drafted #1 overall. So it's going to be interesting if you try to go in there saying, hey, I want to bring up this collusion against this black quarterback. Well, you know, the last 3 drafts we drafted black quarterbacks #1 overall. So anything else, case dismissed, right? So now he wants transparency, which we just talked about, which is tough. And this also is showing how fans like you, like me, are so engaged in the NFL that we think that we got some skin in the game. Or at least you're going to have to pay us if something doesn't go the way we desire. So now there's some bad issues with this case as well. People going to say, dog, you just a damn fan. What's wrong with you? Like fans, y'all cheer, you boo. You don't sue. I just made that up. That's dope. That's what he need to use. Whoever the Johnny Cochran is for the NFL, hey, you cheer or you boo. You don't sue. Ooh, I can see that working right there, right? He's talking about emotional distress. That's kind of tough to constitute a valid legal claim. Why are you so invested that it's going to harm you when we ain't got nothing to do with you? You got something to do with us. Wow. Okay. The potential frivolity of it all. A lot of y'all clowning this lawsuit, so that ain't going to help in the court of public opinion right now. It was so hard to dive deep and get some good information on this lawsuit because it was all just memes and jokes. I was like, God dang, they lighting his ass up. Sorry, John Doe, but I laughed too. And if it does proceed, let's be real. The problem with it is going to be simply how much the NFL got to pay to get this to go away. Like, get move, man. Like $100 million for you. And then if the NFL allows this to get some legs and start to get some traction, is somebody else going to sue? Now, he ain't the only one sitting there pissed. I told you about the people running up to me at the track meet tomorrow. Man, what they doing to Shedeur? I was like, drafting him, I think, sooner or later. That's how it goes, right? People who fall in the draft have to respect those who climb and rise in the draft. I rose in the draft, so I don't feel nothing for nobody that failed because that's just how it goes. You think I'm going to climb up and go from Columbia to 52 and somebody from Alabama ain't going to drop to the third round? You got me twisted. I know how the game goes. So, in conclusion, let's just bring it home and let's wrap. In conclusion, let's talk about this lawsuit the way it is. A lot of discussion about it. Doesn't have substantial evidence. It's going to be a lot of emotional claims, a lot of stuff on him. And it's just silly. Let me take you behind the veil. The NFL is not sitting there caring enough about Shedeur Sanders to teach him a lesson. They like, dog, it's simple as this. The way you act doesn't justify what our grade is. Our grade is lower than your swag. I'm going to give you a positive way of saying it. You got all this coming with you. Attention, notoriety, popularity, confidence, arrogance, swag. This is where your grade need to be or higher if you're going to be this swaggy. Your grade was here. We don't mess with that. Nope. We get backups that are robots that will say, yes, coach, no, coach, yes, coach, yeah, no, coach, yes, please, let me just stay employed. That's most of your team. And then you got a few dudes who you're like, I got to tolerate he going to sleep in the meetings. I got to tolerate he going to be late to the bus. I got to tolerate that this fool going to talk back. But guess what? You ever see him play on Sunday? Oh, look at him. He's so beautiful. Right? So that's how it goes. It ain't so, the pretty girl gets away with more than the ugly girl. Y'all stupid. It's simple as that. He wasn't as pretty as he thought. His game wasn't, at least. Okay. So, on this show, when we see something like this and we want to get into it, you know what we do, boy. We flow, boy. What should I rap on for this one? I'm going to pick a beat just right now, just rando. I think I'm going to pick my Sugar Free. I like rocking my Sugar Free to this one. A little smooth. Let's get it to him. Let's go. Yeah. Right now, it's a little Sunday morning. Woke me up, I'm not yawning. Listen, get a little Shedeur. I'm about to sue, baby. Ooh, sue who? Sue who? Gang banging. Sue that league, baby. This is for John Doe and Shedeur. Take this home. Let's go. This fan named John Doe. In Colorado snow. Saw Shedeur drop low. Now I'm ready to blow. Filed the 100 mil case, courtroom flow. Say the NFL shady like Goodell wearing a GoPro. Shedeur's agent ain't got no fam ties, just emotional damage. I got bloodshot eyes, claiming team collusion, antitrust confusion, talking about draft rigging. That's the fans' conclusion. Mine, sue that league, cause my quarterback failed, I can't breathe. What's my rights as a fan? I need relief. If pain was cash, I cop a reef. I said my Sunday's ruined, my bracket's a mess. Browns done picked him, that's fan base stress. I'm telling you, he dropped from round 1 down to 5. Now I'm John Doe, and I'm hurt, my life. Where my cut? Where my pain check? I've been watching film since Shedeur was in pre-K, check. Lawsuit filed, news went wild. Now the internet saying, I'm the lawsuit child, please. Is he crazy or genius? I can't even tell. But every fan low-key thinking, can I sue as well? My team drafted a kicker. I felt disrespected. I want pain and suffering and some tailgate credit. Ooh, Imagine court filled with jerseys and foam hats. Judging, banging, gravels yelling, yeah, relax. But what if we win? We get that bag. Next fan up, mad that they ain't tagged Miles Jack. Ah! This game ain't just about clowns and downs and chains. It's lawsuit lawyers in pain. So next time your squad pick a bust in round 2, just holler, where's my check? And sue like you knew. Ooh. Man, I'm different out here, y'all. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here. Because I believe the purpose.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so